Far from being frivolous, play is one of the most critical aspects of a child's development. It can have a lasting impact on how they grow to understand themselves, other people, and the world around them. Experts have long understood that the way children play is directly tied to the way they think. And because it's such a natural part of who they are, play is often the clearest way to evaluate children's understanding and intelligence. It's one of the main reasons teachers and caregivers consider play a crucial part of learning, including Barbara Bowman, director of the Erickson Institute for Advanced Study in Child Development.
When children begin to play, they learn to interpret the world according to themselves. And that is the first step in the ability to symbolize experience. And symbolization is probably the most important skill that very young children learn, because it is the basis of language, it is the basis of reading and writing, literacy.
Skills happen as a result of playing. When a baby first begins to raise their hands purposefully, it's pure discovery. They raise their hand and they kind of catch it, a glimpse of it as it goes across their path of vision. And another time it comes back, and eventually they realize it's something they can control, and it becomes very deliberate. They bring both of their hands together. All of that is, you'll never learn to write with a pencil or a pen unless you learn how to bring your hands together, unless you learn how to open and close your hands deliberately. All of that is done through play.
The power of play is not a new concept. It's something child care experts have known about for years. But now science has proven what these experts have been saying all along, that play actually makes the brain grow. We now know that the brain is not fully developed at birth, and that outside experiences help to form the connections, called synapses, that send signals in the brain. Most of this happens during the first 8 years of life, making it the most critical stage in human development, and making play one of the most important things children can do. Play gives them the freedom to try things on their own and explore their environment. It's how they learn to control movement, express their thoughts, and get along with other people. And all the while, it's helping them grow connections in the brain that set a foundation for later complex learning skills.
Almost everything a child learns to do between birth and 8 virtually is learned while they play. The ability to make numbers add up nicely and understand what that means, the ability to read a sentence through to the end and have comprehension, the ability to write with a legible hand. All of those are the byproducts of play.
The power of play in enhancing learning is something early childhood teachers have known forever, and the best ones incorporate it into their lessons. In fact, according to Gloria Needleman, past winner of the Cole McCormick Early Childhood Teaching Award, play is the most important thing children can do in kindergarten.
Oh, I don't believe it! I've watched enough children, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, to say nothing of my own infants, using the smallest of things and creating a world in which they are in control, which is what play is. And what they're doing is figuring out what this world is about and how they fit into it.
The beauty of play is that it allows children to follow their interests and to challenge themselves.
But I'm not hungry. You shall come to dinner,
It's something that doesn't have to be taught. It comes from within.
When children play, they gain a strong sense of self-esteem, of self-regard, and of self-knowledge. One of the ways that happens is by trying on new roles. This is what I am when I'm the train conductor. This is what I am when I'm the train passenger. It's a totally different feeling. When you're the doctor, it's a very different feel from when you're the patient.
What I love to do is watch the children in the supermarket. It's so real for them as they're acting out what they want to make for dinner that night. They're really making decisions about who they might like to be when they grow up.
Here they are in an environment that's exactly their size. The carts are their size, the shelves are at their height, their checkout counters are at their height. They're in control.
And perhaps that's where the real power of play lies.
Children can change the rules of it. They can even make the rules of it because it's what they want to do. They get to decide how it's going to go, what the outcomes are going to be.
They know who they are as a result of their play experiences.